torch in the foreground, and the Tower of the Americas behind it. Two of the signature sites here in San Antonio, Texas. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Tonight, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs as they play against the New Orleans Pelicans. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the league that no one talks about. He said, "I don't need any accolades. I don't like being famous. But for guys to remember how I play defense on them, that respect, that's the only accolade I want. It's fun for me, playing myself to..."
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Ingram is out there with Hart, and it's Okafor in at the 5. And for the Spurs, we've got DeRozan, Aldridge out there with Trey Lyles. Then there's Murray, and it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Okafor. Pass to Ingram. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question, I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
Now here's Murray. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot, and the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Forbes the pass to Murray.
And the outstanding recognition there by Okafor on defense, really making himself as big as possible, and that makes the shooter uncomfortable.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Now here's Ingram. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Now here's DeRozan. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. Murray surveying the D. Right side Aldridge. 4 on the shot clock. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Outside DeRozan. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one. Ball against DeRozan. Ball dishes to Okafor. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. The Spurs have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Ingram against Murray. Pass to Forbes. There's the pass to Lyles. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Here's DeRozan. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Okafor.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Man, he's got great speed, Ball does, Kevin. This guy is really good at finding ways to slither through the defense.
Now here's Murray. Coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. Pass to Lyles. Now here's DeRozan. And they double up DeRozan. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
DeRozan showing no panic whatsoever. Shot clock almost down, but nothing but cool head and composure from him.
Here's Holiday. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto.
You know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Count it.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide-open man and dropping the dime.
Here's Ball after the basket by San Antonio. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And DeRozan, here we go, off target at the rim.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Ingram kicks to Holiday. Over Aldridge. The shot by Holiday, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Left side, DeRozan. Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish too. You love seeing that combination.
Ball against Murray. Ball kicks to Hart. Okafor, the pass to Hart. From downtown, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, he does a little bit of everything, but when Hart is draining the three-pointer, that's when he's most dangerous.
Murray outside. Down low. Here's Aldridge. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Now here is Holiday. No points in the game yet for him. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. San Antonio leading by 3.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
To the inside. Shoots from 8. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Whitey's checked in for Murray, and the Pelicans also making a change. Favors is checked in, and first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Chance to look at stats for Jrue Holiday. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 21 points a game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
And it's Ingram missing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Now here's DeRozan. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
Ball against White. Pass to DeRozan. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Jackson, he's checked in for ball. Outside Jackson. Outside Favors. Williams against DeRozan. Williams can't hit. San Antonio leading by 3. Passes it to DeRozan. And he just jams it right over Derek Favors. Wow!
Well, guys, we've seen DeRozan. He's got tremendous bounce, and when he's airborne, not only is he up high, he's strong while he's in the air, too. Really special.
Now here's Williams. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shoots over DeRozan. Williams gets the bucket.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Williams against DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
Check out the body control from DeRozan there, guys. I mean, clearly there's contact, but it's almost impossible to affect his shot.
Now here's Jackson. Last time out he had 13 points. Outside for Redick. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Jackson against White. The pass to Bellinelli. Back to White. It's up a 3. The offensive rebound. Out to DeRozan. Pass to Gay. Back to DeRozan. And stolen by Favors. Here's Redick. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And here are the Pelicans now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Nobody near Williams. And a miss there on the triple.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
White finds DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Tell you what, I don't know of anybody more aggressive at attacking the basket than DeRozan. A lot of his points come off the drive.
Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside Favors. Pass to Jackson. And the Pelicans miss again.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now here's Jackson. Left side Favors over Aldridge. And that one's good by Favors.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Jackson against White. Passes it to Bellinelli. Pulls up. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Over to the left wing. Outside Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes here for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Mills in for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Alexander Walker. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. No good from Moore. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Mills. He had 10 points in the win against Oklahoma City. To the paint, here's Bellinelli, and he lays it straight in. And the Spurs lead by 8.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
Redick from deep three-point land, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the San Antonio Spurs. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
A lot of people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy, and that was part of it, not wanting to speak out about it, not wanting other people to know exactly what I was going through. But you get to a certain age where you feel like it's all about helping others. It's not about you just being a selfish person about the things you're going through. Other people going through stuff as well.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got White. Rudy Gay is out there with Pirtle. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Mills in at the 1 spot. Now here's White. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
The more he facilitates, the more effective Gay is, and it's good to see him concentrating on that part of his game.
Here's Alexander Walker. To the middle. And Derek Favors with the slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Here's Bellinelli. The Pelicans make their last shot beyond the arc. And it's Melly with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 6. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Favors. Offensive rebound. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Lyles checked in for San Antonio. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. And here's Mills following the three from Drew Holiday. Can't hit from in close.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Mark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They could play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
Okafor is checked in for New Orleans.
Now we get a chance to check out Forbes. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 11 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And really for him, it's about putting in the work and improving his game.
Yeah, and I think he wants to. It's one of those things where you either want it or you don't, and he does.
Now here's Gay. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Lyles no good. The pass to Holiday. With some arc. Ingram passes to Okafor. Shoots over Pirtle. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. San Antonio trailing here. And Mills kicks to Lyles. Gay outside. They could use a bucket. Tries again. And Pirtle lays it up and in. Pirtle's got the game tied up here for San Antonio.
And Pirtle has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
Now here's Ingram. Alexander Walker passes to Moore. Ingram right side. No good that time. And the Spurs going the other way now. Here's Forbes. Misses from short range.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Well, you look at Forbes, and he's got great form, whether it's 25 feet away, 30 feet away, wherever. I mean, he can spray you from anywhere in the building.
Here's Alexander Walker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Holiday, here we go. Off target with the open look.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Mills finds himself wide open and drills it. Now it's a 5-point San Antonio lead.
You know, that's what Mills gives you when he's on the floor, a dangerous shooter who can cause problems for the defense.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Holiday. Shoots over Mills. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 5 points so far.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Pass to Lyles. Gay scanning before. The feed to Mills. From the corner. Goes back up. And scoring with the play inside is Gay.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Sinks the three-pointer. 8 points for Drew Holiday.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Mills. Passes to Gay. Over Ingram. On the pass to Lyles. Off target with his 3. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for New Orleans. Trailing by 2. Here's Alexander Walker. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
Now here is Holiday. 8 points for him. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
You know, over time, Aldridge has really developed into a pretty good shot blocker.
And DeRozan kicks to Lyles. Aldridge dishes to Murray. Back to Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And so it's New Orleans with it, following the bucket by the Spurs. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the number 2 overall pick in 2017. Tremendous potential for Lonzo Ball. But Clark, injuries have to be a concern.
I agree. I mean, guys, he's missed 65 games through his first 2 seasons. That's a lot of time on the DL. And hard to improve when you're spending as much time with rehab as you are playing.
Murray with it, now guarded by Ball. And DeRozan at the basket on the assist by Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Okafor. Over Aldridge. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Taken away by Williams. Pass to Hart. Here's Okafor. Over Aldridge. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Okafor.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Now here's Murray. And Okafor with the block. And he's able to get it back. DeRozan against Okafor. Clock at 4. DeRozan gets the bucket. DeRozan's got 20.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
Here's Jackson following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Releases. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, he's 6'11" and 275 pounds, so Okafor is really hard to keep off the glass on both ends. I think he does a nice job using his body and positioning himself for those extra shot opportunities.
Here is Forbes. A 14-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
San Antonio making a switch here. Bellinelli's checked in. Derek Favors checked in for New Orleans.
DeJounte Murray played just 1 season at the University of Washington. He grew up in Seattle and went to Rainier Beach High School. It's actually the same high school that produced Jamal Crawford. And as a matter of fact, a lot of good players have come out of the Emerald City.
Now here's Murray. Aldridge double-teamed. Knocked loose. Inside, here's Ball, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And in Seattle, Murray recognized from a young age as a potential pro.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can identify those especially talented players, and his nickname was Baby Boy. And how about this, Kevin? Jamal Crawford has mentored DeJounte since the 6th grade. Those guys have exchanged text messages throughout that time. Jay Crossover, one of my favorites, on and off the court in the league, really has helped keep Murray on the right track.
Back to Hart. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Murray, the pass to Bellinelli. Outside Aldridge. The tray. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. And then on Monday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Murray outside. Shot clock at 5. Spurs passing it around. Shots good by Lyles.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks like the latter. I mean, those threes not really falling yet.
Now here's Ball. He's got 8. And again, no good by New Orleans.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
The kick out to Aldridge. The 3. Ball's knocked loose. Lyles passes to Aldridge. To the inside. Second chance shot. Bellinelli. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Here's Hart. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know, guys, Josh Hart is somebody that's going to give you everything he's got. His combination of outside shooting and defense is really quite valuable to any team.
Derek White's checked in for the Spurs. Ball against Murray. Right wing. Right side Aldridge. And so it's San Antonio with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, what have you liked so far from your team, and what have you not liked?
Well, I like the pace of the game. Defensively, I don't like anything that we're doing as far as dribble penetration. Too many things are happening in the lane. We got to protect the basket a little better.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 20 points and 3 rebounds. He's clearly shaken off his mediocre performance from their last game as he has been dominant in the first half tonight. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
When DeRozan gets it cranked up, this team flourishes. Strong off the dribble, really hard to check in ISOs, and when you do body up to him, he finds a way to draw fouls.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans?
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It would be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
So the Pelican 5 right now. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Hart is out there with Ingram, and it's Okafor in at the 5 down low. Now here's Ball. Okafor in the post. Aldridge is there. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And then Okafor slams it in. Here's Murray. DeRozan with it. A 3-ball. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Okafor's got his 6th rebound on the night. Ball feeling it out a bit. And he banks in the layup. Ball's got 10 points in the game.
You know, no matter what you throw at him, this kid is unflappable. He's muscling through defensive contact and still scoring. That's impressive.
Now here's Murray. Here is Forbes. To the paint. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. With the break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Now here is Holiday. Tight defense on him. Goes up to the stripe. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. San Antonio leading by 4.
And you know, guys, the Spurs team dinners, the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
Here's Holiday after the basket by San Antonio. It's hauled in by Lyles. Lyles got his 4th rebound in this one. And DeRozan, here we go.
DeRozan still an elite scorer in this league and relentless in attacking the basket.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Ingram. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And Clark, the act of getting dinner, sitting down to a meal. As a team, it brings people together.
It really does, guys, and I can't overstate it. When you get a chance to know your teammates off the court, it adds to your ability to play for them on the court. It can't always be just about grind, grind, grind. There has to be some compassion, some caring, some understanding, and sometimes the best places to do that are at restaurants with good food and good drink.
Now here's Gay. Aldridge with it. Now Okafor defending. To the middle. Stolen by Ball. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. And all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
BA, great assessment. Good report. Thank you so much. Now here's Ingram. Here's Okafor. Good. Okafor's got 8 points.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
Now Mills. It's blocked. Now here is Holiday. Down low. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Ingram.
You know, guys, not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can get it done inside, too. I mean, the way he releases the shot, that extension he gets on it, makes it very hard to block.
Ingram with the steal. And here's the fast break. Paul leading the way. And Paul slams it in.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Now here's Mills. The drive by Gay. The layup missed.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain. He can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Chance to look at the numbers for Ball. Last season's performance for him, he averaged about 10 points a game last year, 5 assists and 5 rebounds. And his rookie season, an opportunity to learn the NBA game. He's hoping to take a larger role in his sophomore campaign.
Well, he had the whole summer to work on his game now. I believe he will take that next step forward in his development.
Now here's Moore. Passes it to Okafor. Now Ball. It's Ingram on the wing. A rebound by the Spurs.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And finished off by DeRozan.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Pelicans.
Now here's Ball, covered by Mills. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Spurs making a switch here. White's checked in. Ingram kicks to Okafor. And here is Ball. 12 points for him. And then Okafor slams it in.
Boy, it's enjoyable watching Okafor use his size so well. I mean, he's just bludgeoning the rim whenever he gets it inside down low.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bellinelli, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. New Orleans making a switch here. Ingram with the steal. Lays it up off the glass. Ingram's got the lead up to 3 now for the Pelicans. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Now here's Moore. Here's Melly. But they get it there. Moore against White. Now the pass to Alexander Walker. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Pelicans lead by 6.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here is Pirtle. Gay outside. The dish to Pirtle. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Pirtle's got his second bucket.
Really amazing body control by Pirtle, just taking the hit head on and finishing through the contact. I love it.
Now here's Ball. Not a lot of room. Ingram against Gay. And Pirtle sends it back. And he recovers it. And it's Melly missing. Spurs trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Bellinelli with it. At the top of the key, Gay. Shot clock at 6. Back to Bellinelli. Over Ingram. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Derek Favors checked in for Brandon Ingram. Kenrich Williams comes in for Ejuan Moore. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. San Antonio's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. They get the rebound. White. It's good. This game is all even. White's got 5.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Pass to Favors. Releases from 15, and the jumper is good. He's got 12.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Mills, and that one is good. Mills has got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here, only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Lobs it up for Favors. The Spurs have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Here's Mills. Pass to Bellinelli. Outside, White. 6 on the shot clock. Bellinelli finds Pirtle. Now White. He's covered by Favors. And it's White missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And Pirtle sends it back. Yes, that goes in. Favors has got 6 here in this quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Mills. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You know, Mills is not just a long-range gunner now. He can score on the move, too. Underestimate Mills at your own peril.
Pass to Favors. Here's Melly. He's covered by Gay. Bellinelli against Williams. Over Gay. No good off the back of the rim. San Antonio trailing here. Finished off the break.
Gay is sneaky now. He'll leak out to find his spot. You've got to be aware of where he is.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. 1:06 left in the third quarter. Redick dishes to Favors. The pass to Melly. Rebound San Antonio. Now Mills. He's got 6. That one good for 2.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Pass to Favors. Here's Melly. A rebound by the Spurs. Pirtle's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for the Spurs. DeJounte Murray comes in for Patty Mills. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Jackson's checked in. Pirtle finds Murray. And it's off from three-point range. Jackson down low. Defended by Pirtle. Here's Melly. He feeds it to Redick. Shoots over White. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got 5 points so far.
J.J. Redick is a killer as a shooter. Textbook form, especially effective from the mid-range area.
Third quarter comes to a close and a battle brings it to a tie. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Murray out there with Derek White. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Trey Lyles. And it's Bellinelli in at the 3. That's the San Antonio 5. It's stolen by Lyles. Outside Aldridge. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for the Spurs. To the paint, trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
The Spurs making a switch here. Forbes checked in.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Redick passes to Hart. Clock at 6. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Aldridge. And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Okafor is checked in for the Pelicans. Holiday comes in for Jackson. Forbes the pass to Lyles. Outside DeRozan for 3. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Pelicans trail. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Holiday looking over the floor. Good. Nothing but net.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
The Spurs shooting 47%. Pretty solid. Murray kicks to Forbes. Back to Murray. Pass to Lyles. Over Favors. Shot's good by Lyles. And the Spurs lead by 2.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
To the middle. Here's Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Count it.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Holiday against Murray. And Holiday kicks to Hart. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. Hart's gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. Passes it to Aldridge. Holiday against Murray. Here's Lyles. And nothing but hair on that one.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
And Redick kicks to Favors. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Murray. Derek Favors making his last shot. And it's DeRozan missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. New Orleans making some changes here. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Favors. And it's Lonzo Ball in for J.J. Redick. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Holiday, the pass to Okafor. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the pass to Lyles. Here is Forbes. Pass to DeRozan. Over Hart. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from DeRozan.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Goes up the baseline, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. The second effort. That one misses. So the Pelicans will take it the other way.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Tipped away. One-on-one fast break. Here's DeRozan. Ball with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 4. Pass to Hart. The rebound by the Spurs. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the shot goes down. Lyles got 4 this quarter.
Boy, nice room service feed from DeRozan. Couldn't get more wide open than that.
Ball, the pass to Holiday. Here's the teardrop. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against San Antonio. And he can't get the first one.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Basket good.
Tell you what, guys, you've got to be more aware of Murray there. When he's aggressive like that, he can cause problems.
Here's Hart. And it's Ball in the corner. Back to Hart. Takes the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Well, you were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
Now here's DeRozan. Jahlil Okafor unable to get his last shot to go.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here is Holiday. And Hart has it in the corner. Here's Okafor. It doesn't go for him. Aldridge with some nice D. DeRozan dishes to Forbes. Back to DeRozan. To the inside. The shot's good from Forbes.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Trailing by 2. Passes it to Okafor. Holiday with it. Six to shoot. Floats one. Okafor. The shot from the low post is good. Okafor's got the game tied up here for the Pelicans.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
The Spurs have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. Murray outside. Double team on Aldridge. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Now, here's Ball. Holiday finds Okafor. Back to Holiday. Lobs it up there for Ingram. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And, you know, after playing a year at Duke, Ingram is used to providing big baskets for his team. I mean, a dominating performer who comes up big in an effortless way in these moments.
Now here's Murray. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. And Holiday throws it down.
Hart so good at jumping into the passing lanes, taking risks at the right time and coming up with steals.
The pass to Forbes. Spurs passing it around. Murray kicks to Lyles. Dishes to DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. And they double up DeRozan. Here's Aldridge. Misses off the right iron. New Orleans leading by 4. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Now here's Ingram.
The know-how that Ingram has. I mean, well aware that the defense is going to hack him in these situations. He just stays the course.
And that one falls for Ingram. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Spurs shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. And DeRozan kicks to Lyles. And they double up DeRozan. Back to Lyles. For three, Murray. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ingram against Lyles. To the left wing. Here's Okafor. Rebound by Murray. Spurs trail by 6. To the right side. Shoots over ball. To stop the run. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And, you know, Aldridge is a load to deal with. When he gets good position, you pretty much have to be physical with him.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one. Not with so much riding on it.
Holiday against Murray. Outside Holiday. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Murray against Holiday. Over Aldridge. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Holiday's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pelicans.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
Murray for 3. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Here's Forbes. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Pelicans ball.
And here are the Pelicans. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Ball, the pass to Okafor. Shoots from 8. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And no good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up.
Yeah, you know, players like Aldridge are a little bit of a diminishing breed in the NBA, a master in the low post with all sorts of ways to score in the paint.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for New Orleans. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Giroux, congrats on the win. Everything seemed to start working in the second half. What changed for you?
I think we just picked it up in the fourth quarter. I mean, they were kind of there the whole time, but in the fourth quarter, we really, rev it up.
Great to see you back on the court, Giroux. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA.